Speaker, I'm physically here in the House of Representatives, but my heart is at home in my electorate. And in particular, it is in a room where people are sitting down about to become Australian citizens. And I want to speak to them. What I want to say to you is you are sitting in a seat that I too once sat in, and in fact many people who sit in this House on both sides have. And that is the great thing about our country. You will hear about all of the rights and obligations that come with being a citizen. But more than anything, it's about opportunity. And the opportunities are limitless. And I know you know that. And you know that because by sitting there, you're in a place that has been very hard to get to. We think being elected here is hard, but becoming an Australian citizen is hard. You've had many rejections, you've had many forms returned, and you've had disappointments and delays. But here you are. And I remember that moment, and there's two moments you all remember. The first is when the plane banks over Melbourne and you look down and imagine all of the possibilities of the future that you will have. And when we came as migrants from Ireland many years ago and we went through customs, my dad turned to us and said, "We've made it." And several years later, when we sat where you are now and we became Australian citizens, he said, "We've really made it." Because that thing that you're going to get tonight, that citizenship, is a unique gift that you've fought hard for. And you becoming a citizen makes you equal to the people in this place, to the Prime Minister down the corridor, and to everyone else in this country. And that is a beautiful, wonderful thing. And I want to thank you for it. I also want to thank you for choosing Australia. You've come from all corners of the earth, but you picked this place. And you didn't just pick it because it has a piece of the earth, it has a certain geography to it, although it is beautiful. You came here because you know that it stands for something. And it's more than just standing for something, it's a place where people fight for what it means. Indeed, if you go down the road here from this building, there's 103,000 names on that wall. People who fought and died for what this country means. And many of those names weren't born in Australia, just like you. Can I plead with you after tonight, when you think of all of the opportunities that lie before you, to think about being a volunteer? I know that there are so many ways to give back to this country, and you are doing it now, becoming a citizen, and for many of you being a parent and teaching your children to be curious and kind. But in the room next to you are representatives from many organisations, including Rotary, the RSLs, the historical societies, to Crime Watch, Neighbourhood Watch, the SES, the CFAs. We've got 4 in our area. And one thing we know about volunteerism is that, of course, it is about giving to others and serving others. But when you speak to volunteers, you know that they feel that they get so much more in return, so much more. Because when it's all said and done, we don't take assets with us. We don't leave much more behind than our family, the memories they have of us, and what we gave to make this country a little bit better than we found it. And I know you sitting there are the exact sort of people who can do that. You are resilient, you are determined, and you are so welcome to our country. Congratulations.